Welcome back everybody into another backtesting session. This time we are going to start our Bitcoin 20 trade exercise. We changed a little bit, I changed a little bit the rules from the prior. These are exactly the same. The setup rules are exactly the same as gold. But the mistakes for now are the same. It's the second time that I do it. First time I do it on video. I will show you that my entries are, yes, at the key levels, price sensitivity areas, etc. But I will backtest more or less entries at PPLs, psychological price level, or we can call it the quarter theory levels, which are 6, 1, 2, 3, 250, and that's it. These are the PPLs. There you go. And this is it. And as always, we're going to use a checklist. Wait a second. There you go. We're going to use a checklist to avoid rookie mistakes like the one I did in the previous ones. And we're going to, these will be kind of different because of, wait, because of the way Bitcoin works and the volume times is much different than gold, than any other currency pair. It might not be respecting exactly these sessions for volume, for volatility. But of course, the same rules apply for these, apply for these. I want trending markets, and this is a very rookie mistake. I need to enter every setup that I see. If it is a valid setup, it follows the checklist. Here is the rules. I'm going to explain more in details when we actually start. So let's move on, let's jump, and we're going to start the simulation. And I'm going to let the random date decide. Okay, so 2021, every day of the week. Let's get one date. Okay, 19th of January should be good to go. Tuesday, 10,000, yes, 500. The spread will be fixed at, should be 4 pips like this. I will see. And of course, would like a lot of history. Let's see how if the setup is good. 1 minute. And the hourly chart. Okay, those. So the pips. No, I put them too many. This is 40 pips of spread, and it's not good. So let's see in a second. Let me restart it. Okay, now it should be good to go. Okay, as you can see, 40 pips of spread. So we're going to risk 2%. Like this, 15 pips and 60 pips. 1 minute. Okay, and the sessions do not matter that much. Good. And okay. Okay, so we already have all the PPLs, as you can see. If 500, 700, blah, 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 blah. The PPL is there. Value there. Good. Very good. And we can start to do some analysis, and we just go. Good. Okay. 1 hour, 1 minute. There you go. 750, 500. Now this one, I will move it. Okay, so we have the clear version of the movement between PPS. This is the setup. This is the picture perfect setup. As you can see, price is ranging, is trending. We have the retest, weak, close up, and then we got to our take profit. Okay, okay. So on the hourly time frame, as you can see, we are in January. We are starting. See, everything okay? Yes. We created a demand area where we are bouncing already 3 times. We are creating a higher low. Looks like we are trending bullish, but we still have to be conscious about these huge PSA, this huge PSA, and of course this demand supply area over here. As a scalpers, yes, we have to take it into consideration, but we also have to scalp between the key levels. Let's just go back. Okay. $20.20. Okay, so yes, the all-time high for now is this one, around 40K. We have this huge PSA, and here. So if we look on the high time frame, looks like we are in a bearish correction, but we are also creating a sort of flag. As you can see, starting from these lows, every bounce is smaller and smaller, and we can have either upside or downside. Long-term sells below 30K, long-term buys, especially above 40K. But as a scalpers, we have to take into consideration these previous ranges, of course. Let's jump into the hourly time frame, and let's go into the actual 1 minute. As you can see, we are kind of bullish from the previous hour. I would love to see 37K to be broken exactly here, to have more safer buys due to the fact that we have this huge PSA on the left hand side. But so far, looks like we are going very bullish. Very neat trend line, as you can see. Very bullish in the last few hours. We have this huge PSA where we got the first reaction. Yeah. This is the second one. Of course, this is 25 pips. I'm going to say that if we bounce here and we break above and retest here, we can take high risk, high reward buys to take advantage of at least 30 pips or even more to revisit the previous highs, unless we should start to see some exhaustion and then a possible pullback and continuation up. Okay, so let's jump into it. As I told you, I'm not using any particular time frame. As you can see now is midnight, so this is just the start of the day. For now, I'm not going to use London, New York session unless I see some clear need for it, that I see that the volume is clearly spiking up and or is dead in this time frame. So let's jump into it. Let's start to move. Okay, so remember we have 44 pips of spread. I don't really like to see the, yeah, it's better to see it. There you go. Okay, as you can see, we are starting to go back to this previous PSA. We are actually okay. We are continuing up. This is a high skyward entry. We can either wait for a break and retest, but as per my mistakes, at first possible sign of a trend is not always good. Let's see if we have more confirms. So we are in a bullish trend. We are seeing price breaking up. What I will consider here is to take to wait for a break and read for a retest of the level due to the huge PSA on the left hand side. Okay, let's see. We have the retest, and we have bearish. We are reacting at these previous lows. So now, if we break, we might have more confirmation of price trending bullish again. Let's see now we make exactly this same setup or even a weak to the level and then continuation up, then flipping bullish. Okay. Not flipping. Okay. As you can see, we got the rejection of this previous PSA. We might have now a retest of the level, TPPL, and continuation down. But we have this small range, so it's not going to take advantage of the sells eventually. Okay, nice candle. Oh, okay, as you can see, the trend line doesn't really matter. The trend line does only show visually the trend, but of course is based on, we need to base it on price points, not on the visual trend. As you can see, we are not making any lower low. As you can see, we are still bullish, but we just have the rejection here. If we see a double top, is one thing. If we now see that a bullish sentiment, now that we are coming into the China session, breaks possibly this level, then we can take safer buys due to the fact that we had some liquidity grab at these lows. Let's see. Okay, as you can see, there was no real entry. Push up, push down, and then close in the middle. If this one closed bullish above the level, then would have been much nicer, but this is not the case. And also here, as you can see, it's already 6 pips above the candle close. So, but for sure, as you can see, with this volume, the volumes kicks in with the China open. Four pips is very huge. I gotta say, on the 1 minute. In real time is not 4 pips all the time. I just wanted to put it like this. Actually, I don't want to see it. In real time is like 1, 2, 3, maximum 3. Let's see where this candle closes. Wick. Let's see if we make no lower wick first. Let's see if it makes a lower wick and flips bullish. Okay, so it flipped bullish, but not with a lot of what's the word? Nice candle body, but we are above this PSA, so we might have some range for here. So this might be a good opportunity, 15 pips, and this is the depot. From here, 30 pips will be our first TP. This is a much nicer candle entry. Okay, so let's see. We are now 18 pips in profit. And we are seeing strong rejection at the next PPL slash previous highs. There you go. So we start with 1 loss. Okay. Loss is the first trade, but it's a series of trades. So don't worry about it. And okay. Let's see the reaction at the same level. Okay, so now as a checklist, what do we have? We have price getting rejected at these previous highs. And if we go on the hourly time frame, you see that we are reacting exactly at those previous highs. We didn't manage to get our 30 pips, but quick, at least 80% profit and 30% break even. So we have to be careful of the repetition of this same action. So what we are going to see, what we are seeing in the 1 minute is a rejection, break, retest, again rejecting this previous PPL. If we have the same with a wick and then closing bearish, then we can consider enter as sells to go and at least revisit the previous lows. Okay, so we enter sells. Oh, okay, no, not at the we need the candle close at the with a nice body, so we wait the next one. Let's see if it closes nice. Nope. no top wick. For now, this is actually the opposite. No entries now. We're in a messy range. The overall bias is still bullish, but I need to see price trending in order to take entries. And it might be either bearish, continuation bearish of the rejection, or bullish. As you can see, this one just going down. It's a further confirmation of sells. Let's see if we can enter here. We have 30 pips, possibly with the 4 pips spread, not really, but let's see if the next one makes at least a top wick to this previous PSA. Okay, and then fifth bull bearish, and this is okay. This is other candle closes, so we might take into consideration sells. The range is large, but this is the first sign of trending. Coming towards the end hourly close. There's no nice body actually, so I might prefer to wait, but this might be exactly what I wanted, so I'm going to take sell and let's see. Okay, was too early. And we got a second loss. This might be the confirmation. I would have needed like 25 pips to stay safe, but anyway, now it's too close to the PPL for me to enter, and it's too messy as a price action. As you can see, we are ranging, and it's not what I wanted to enter. Okay, this might be much nicer. We have a confirmation of this one, of a bearish trend. We have the confirmation of a sell of closing below these previous lows. Let me jump on the 1 hour. Is the new hourly candle already made a top wick? Indeed, and it's very high risk due to the fact that this price action. They are very small candles. They are reacting at these previous lows. Let's see if we have one candle that makes a top wick and then still closes below. I'm talking about these lows. So actually the opposite. Okay. And we are in a ranging market. We are going now back below here. Still no confirmation of price trending. Okay, this might be after the liquidity grab and the stronger bearish trend overall. This might be it. So we enter sells. Okay, sorry, we got two losses. One L, two L. Okay, so we have the sells. We have 30 pips below here. I'm trying to play the bearish strong bias that even if it's not strong, it's not clean action, it's still very bearish. Grab the liquidity many times at these previous highs here, here. So let's see how it goes. Ranging, and we get stopped out by the spread. In continuation down, but as you can see, even without the spread, we would have got only 17 pips. So we got our third L. There you go. Okay, very, very, very messy session. As you can see, the price didn't move much clean, moved much very slow actually. So on the hourly is clean, but on the 1 minute is very, very messy, as you can see. So my entry was here. We got stopped out only by the spread, and then it would be still in. But as you can see, it's not a clean action at all. So I'm going to jump to New York to see if we have any good opportunity. New York open. So we saw doing the this is London session, a nice break above, break and retest with a nice candle, giving 60 pips. This was actually really nice. Multiple bounces from the PPL. Okay, break and retest. Let's see live. This one goes down and then goes up and closes as it is. The next one, I would have loved a nice week, but as I showed, this was seen, didn't make any. Break and retest over here. Okay, possibly this week, and then flipping bullish and closing bullish. This might be it. If you enter here, let's see now how many pips we would have got. But you enter here, but you have 4 pips, so you need 30 pips. You need to come here. 37,386, and yeah, the stop loss is fine. Let's see. Almost it. Let's see if we had any re-entry. Okay, so you would have got your 30 pips here. You got lucky by 2 pips here. Actually, the entry would have been here, so you would have been stopped out. Probably not. But very, very messy. And then continuation up, rejection at the PPL, and then we go back to the New York session. Look how not clean is this price action. Okay, south of New York, we are still here on the hourly time frame. Yes, we are still bullish, but we were reacting in this previous PSA, but we made a new higher low, bouncing from 36 to 50. We are now sitting at these new highs, which will be much harder to break. So we might even have a retest of these previous lows and then continuation up. Okay, start of New York. Not that Bitcoin really gives much volume, but anyway. Okay, we are trending slowly but bullish. Bounce from PPL. Nothing happens. Okay, let's see if we have some nicer. Now looks like we have nicer candles breaking above slowly. This would have been a very let's see, would have been a nice entry. Let's see if we can take it. It's very high risk, but in continuation of the trend, we might take it. 15. Let's see if we get stopped out. Oof, oof. Yes. Do we have another re-entry? This is interesting because it's where grabs liquidity, so it's a little bit more convincing. Is the new hourly time frame. Do we want to take the fifth loss? We might take it. Okay, let's see. Okay, we got our 30 pips over here. So we go to break even, we close partials, 80%. We get our fifth win of the session. And move on. Let's see the next candles. Looks like they're causing some reaction. Let's see. Yeah, there's some reaction here. Still not breaking below the PPL. The bearish pressure is very strong. I would need a nicer, much nicer bounce from this PPL now, showing strength. And we get top out at break even. As you can see, there's not much buyer's pressure left. Okay, so this is it. This is London close. We might see some more volume. Like the candles are nice. The bearish pressure is strong. No, I see no setups, no candle setups here. So apart from this one, would have given 30 pips. And the price is changing. This one was a nice one. As part of my setup, would have given me 40 pips. So it will be good. But this is it. We had price trending, we had multiple rejections. So to be completely honest, is the one of my setup. So I'm going to take it. Also, if you want, I can take this one. It's the same. Only different is this. That is the first one. Why not this one? You say because there's no top wick. As you can see, this one has it. We get our 30 pips. We close partials. 80%. And we let it run either to break even or either to 60 pips. Let's see, now we are 45 pips. So we might consider, as per rule, to move the stop loss, the profit, sorry, the profits. But if we see rejection, we might consider here taking the 42 pips. So this is a nice rejection. So we close the full trade. If it goes back down, as you can see, doesn't really matter. We don't want to risk too much, but it went very, very nice. Almost 100 pips. More than 100 pips. As you can see, we got it very nicely. As per setup win. So we close this session with 6 trades, minus 1%, which is okay. We were down like 8%, and this would have been very, very nice. But the entry is done as per my setup. If I wasn't greedy over here, we would have got more than 70, 60, or less 60 pips. We would have left like here, 45 pips is here. It probably would have been stopped out here, so it's fine. And this is it. So as you can see, minus 0.98. So we got loss, 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 win, win, minus 0.98. Very good. See you guys next time.